Dearly beloved, indeed we have a charge to keep. And I pray that the Lord will help you to be armed with jealous care, as in His sight you will live. And so that being a servant, He will prepare a straight account to give. And that even as He helps you with this, you will watch and pray with Him. And so you will not rely on yourself, but on Him. That He will assure you of the fact that when you betray His trust for you, you shall never die in spirit. With these words, I welcome you to the Areopagus. We are still on the mountain with Jesus in the wilderness. I believe we enjoyed Sunday, the Sabbath day, and we kept it holy. Today, as we continue our 40-day journey, we are going to look at holiness, which flows from the Sabbath. So it is Monday of the first week of Lent. And the reading is from Leviticus chapter 19, verse 1 to 2, and from verse 11 to verse 18. And I read, "The Lord said to Moses, say to all the congregation of the sons of Israel, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. You shall not steal, nor deal falsely, nor lie to one another. And you shall not swear by my name falsely, and so profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. You shall not oppress your neighbor or rob him. The wages of a hired servant shall not remain with you all night until the morning. You shall not curse the deaf or put a stumbling block before the blind, but you shall fear your God. I am the Lord. You shall do no injustice in judgment. You shall not be partial to the poor or defer to the great. But in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor. You shall not go up and down as a slanderer among your people, and you shall not stand forth against the life of your neighbor. I am the Lord. You shall not hate your brother in your heart, but you shall reason with your neighbor, lest you bear sin because of him. You shall not take vengeance or bear any grudge against the sons of your own people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. It's so overwhelming. It is so overwhelming. We don't need to interpret this. You are going to enforce this, they will tell you you are being kolo, you are being conservative. By the way, God is conservative. Otherwise, the world would have been crashed by now. He has conserved His wealth. and life on earth. It is simple. It applies to all of us, every sphere of life, every department of life. So say to all the congregation of the sons of Israel, you shall be holy. For I, the Lord your God, am holy. Be holy. Be pure. To be holy is to have no sin in you. Is to live without mortal sin. To be cleansed from immorality. To have free mind to act and to be in God's presence. Be holy. Jesus will repeat it when he says in Matthew chapter 5, be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. Most of us will give reasons. We are not God. God says be holy. He was speaking to human beings, sons of Israel, not to angels, and not to saints. Speaking to flesh and blood. He says to you and he says to me. Now what constitutes being holy? Simple. He has placed them there. See, God is so generous. He's not a tax master. He's giving us what we should do to be holy. Number 1, do not steal. I don't have to believe at this point. Today, it has become so common, so usual, so normal. People are stealing from work. People are stealing from church. People are stealing from office. People are stealing from the streets. Unfortunately, people in higher responsibilities are stealing more. But it's normal for them. You have gone to sign a contract on behalf of the nation and decide to put so much into your pocket. It is theft. You are a thief. Mr. Politician, you are a thief. Mr. Civilian, Mr. Director, you add accountant, you add zeros to figures. You are a thief. You are stealing. A politician said, some people are stealers. Yes. You are a contractor. You are an artisan. You inflate budgets just to have your cut. You are a thief. You are a thief. You are a man of God, a minister of God. And you use foul means to collect money from your people. You are stealing. You are a minister of God. If you are inspired, instead of going to Nugopo to convert the shrine, those are the shrine, so they become Christians and follow you. You enter into already established churches and you go slandering. And that's what they all did. All the big so-called pastors today, bishops today, before they began their ministry, they condemned the Catholic Church big time. Today they are using the titles of the Catholic Church because they've gone to Israel and they've seen the truth. They've gone to Vatican and they've seen the truth. You are a thief for slandering and stealing the sheep from the Catholic Church. When they come to you, instead of dividending them back to their source, you keep them. And when you have made your money, they have built their churches big time, they come back to say the Catholic Church is the best church. If it's the best church, come back with your people. You are also a thief. Mr. Man of God, Mr. Founder of churches who condemned a church. You're a young pastor, you're unhappy with your bishop or your founder. And then you go and found your own church. You go along with people that your pastor fought hard, worked very hard to amass, to gather. You take them away. You are stealing. For double stealing. Only a few percentage of Christians were converted from paganism. almost all those who are flagging churches here and there, they are all, it's like a Premier League. You're either from Has or Kotokoli. All the teams that are playing, they support one of these two teams or three teams. You are stealing. You are a student. Instead of learning to pass your exams, you don't study. You are gambling. You are doing immoral stuff. Examination time. From creche, from basic school to now university. We are cheating examination. And it's normal. It's supposed to be normal. You are stealing. You have been prepared. You are nursing you. Your school is nursing you to become a thief. Fictitious, dubious. You are selling for somebody, and you can bring your own things to sell in the absence of your boss, and he still pays you. She still pays you. You agreed on a contract. You are a thief. A priest, a pastor, somebody comes to donate to the church, and you divert the items, money or whatever, and you use it on your own project, you are a thief. The intention of the person was the church. A man of God, whether priest or pastor or prophet, instead of building, you are building for the church, but you are having your own building somewhere, and the resources are coming from the church's intended resources. You are a thief. The standards are very high. Politician, before you finish building a school, you have built your own school. You are a thief. Where did the money come from? The same money for the contract. You are a thief. Say, you shall not swear by my name falsely, and so profane the name of your God. It's now common, swearing everywhere. And I've always said, you go to court and they're using, two people are going to speak the same truth. How can two people speak the same truth and go litigating? And they will put the Quran or the Bible there or the cross. You are swearing by God, and you know that you're going to speak lies. You know you're going to tell lies. Sometimes the judge even knows that somebody is going to tell lies, but he's going to rule for the person. Judges, wait until you read what the law says you should do. You shall not oppress your neighbor or rob him. The wages of a hired servant shall not remain with you all night until the morning. Employers. Months now, you have not given the due salary to your workers. How do you expect them to feed? This will not make you holy, Mr. Employer, Madam Employer. You shall not curse the deaf or put a stumbling block before the blind. Ghana, we are so used to this. About 3, 4, 5 years ago, there was this physically challenged person with a hand who imported a car. And I remember, I think it was NDC's time. They found a way of impounding the car, putting impediment on. Was it because he was blind? They gave a reason, because of his disability, putting impediments. When we do take good care of these people, we put impediment on their ways, in their ways, and they suffer. Now to judges. You shall do no injustice in judgment. You shall not be partial to the poor or defer to the great. But in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor. You shall not go up and down as a slanderer among your people, and you shall not stand forth against the life of your neighbor. But unfortunately, I know there are very good lawyers, very good judges. I know there are some judges who are good, but unfortunately, we know also many innocent people are in Islam and other confined places because of supremacy, because somebody knows a certain person in government. If you are poor, you hardly win a case. How can we be holy? As a nation, how can we be holy? All these, we are guilty. Seriously guilty. Nyafu. So somebody, a musician played, or got a japam nyafu. We are still doing the same thing. Not even Kofi Kenyatta's song has called our attention to the fact that we need to take a certain step. We are condemning him. What we pastors and priests, prophets are not saying preaching, he is preaching for us. He's doing our work for us. And this is our work. Because we benefit from all these corrupt practices. Because the employer will bring money for tithing. They say, seed sowing envelope. Harvests. Thanksgiving. The judge, at the end of the day, will be given a goat. He will bring it, or she will bring it for forfeiture. It will end up in the sanctuary. All these people who are plaguing the vulnerable, the poor, the afflicted, they are those who are in our churches, showing off their wealth. They engage in money laundering, and they go and give so much to the church. Because we say, those who give gold contributors, platinum contributors, and they come and flout their wealth. Meanwhile, their workers are not being paid. How can we be holy? How can we be holy? How can we be holy? This is time for reformation. As a church, as priests, as bishops, we need to sit down. We need to pave the way for the other Christians to follow. Our workers should be treated well. Poor people. Somebody comes, I'm in charge, and puts everybody away because of slanderous tongue of some people of influence. We are the worst corporates, clergymen. We are to lead the crusade. We are collecting all the monies. And our judgments are impaired. And the poor are suffering. They are crying. They can't come up. Can't come out and talk about it. Because they will say, touch not my anointed. We have a church to keep. We have God to glorify, a never dying soul to save, and fit such soul to heaven. May the Lord be with you and strengthen you as He strengthens me. And may we live the truth. Peace and joy.
Take